Okay, I'll just check if we are getting broadcasted properly on LinkedIn or not. Okay, just 1 minute, huh? I see Rahul is also joining the session. Hey, hi Rahul, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Rahul,
Okay.
nice to hear you.
Hey, hi Rahul Bhaiya, good to see you.
He is my
Yeah,
good
yeah.
friend.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I think our video is getting broadcasted. I'll just quickly check for the audio, okay?
Please.
Yes. Good. We are live. I can see, everyone's audio video on.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we start the session?
Yeah. When
Okay.
Pradnya does it, so it goes well only.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya. Let me see who has joined us from LinkedIn. Okay, I see two people have joined from LinkedIn. Okay, so let's get started.
Yeah.
Uh, Very good evening, everyone. I
Good
welcome you
evening.
all to this session, Mastering Change Management, Leading in Turbulent Times. So we have our guest of honor today, Mr. Vinay Verma. We also have Rahul and Hemang who has joined us from Zoom. So good evening, everybody, and thanks to those who have joined us from LinkedIn as well. I welcome you all for today's session. Let me introduce you our guest of honor today, Mr. Vinay Verma. So, leaders and visionaries, I welcome to today's highly anticipated LinkedIn Live session. It's really a privilege to introduce someone who embodies true spirit of innovation, leadership, and transformative impact in the business world, Mr. Vinay Verma. With a remarkable career spanning over 3 decades, Mr. Verma is not just a business leader. He's a master strategist and a trailblazer. He has been working in industries ranging from FMCG, chemicals, and constructions to dairy and organic foods. From setting up enterprises from scratch to crafting winning strategies that amplify profitability, market share, and brand recognition. His expertise is unparalleled. Currently, uh, he's serving as the managing director of Soham Coating Solutions Private Limited. Mr. Verma is driving collaborative projects with global giants like Sherwin-Williams of US, Nissan Sangyo of Japan, and Asian Paints, redefining the landscape of the coating industry. His professional journey is testament to his versatility and excellence. Having served in pivotal leadership roles at Sherwin-Williams, Southfield Paints, Sri Sri Tattva, and AkzoNobel, he has consistently left an undeniable mark on the organization he has been part of. Whether it is pioneering market innovations, managing multinational teams, or building brands from the ground up, his legacy is one of a resilience, foresight, and impact. A distinguished alumni of XLRI Jamshedpur and IIM Kozhikode, Mr. Verma brings a wealth of knowledge in leadership development, organizational change, and strategic marketing. His contributions have not only shaped the markets but also inspired countless professionals to aim higher and to do better. Today, we have the honor of diving deep into his journey, his insights on innovation, his strategies for business growth, and his unparalleled leadership wisdom. Get ready to be inspired and to take away actionable lessons for your own professional path. Let's give a rousing welcome to the man of our Mr. Vinay Verma.
Thank you, Pratnya. It's my privilege to be with all of you to share and unlearn what I learned in so many instances, so many long career with various cultures and companies and spirituality and bringing the happiness to the people. So it's a I would say the journey is mix of all. I mean, right from the doing my studying the science because I was the first one in my family to go for science and then go for engineering and then going for the job because before me nobody did a job in my entire family. So I was the first one to break that barrier and I started working with Nerolac. Uh, spent a nice time, about 6 7 years, and then the next with AkzoNobel for about 17 years. So it's like a long journey. Starting from the scratch and going to the top, developing about a $20 million business and so on. And subsequently, again, joined another US company, Chevin, for a year or so. Then I felt that this is not the only thing for which I have come on this earth. Let me do something for the people. I mean, and how can I do? I need a platform to
Mhm.
and that's how I started working with Shri Shri Publications and then to Tatwa. I'm proud to say that we were teaching about 90,000 underprivileged children. We have about 600 plus schools which are free schools, and everything, the fund, whatever is required, we used to sell the product, which is medicines and the FMCG products and various services. So basically, it was end-to-end service to the society, right from right from people like us who are getting benefit to be with the master. Second, whatever product we were selling, they all products are mostly came up from the organic products or from our own plants. Then we were employing a lot of our sales force who were in the need of the job, and then the product reaches to the consumer. Like our medicines are so nice that it's like the product what our uh, organizational goal was that even if we sell at loss, let it be, but we should give the best to the society. And I really admired because uh, I would say that I never felt that I'm doing a job. I all the time enjoyed what I started doing, right from my studies to my sports to my job and to my life. I mean, I've never felt that if something is going here and there and that's it. I mean, that's fine. So I I I I I really enjoy what I do. I mean, so I very strongly focus that if I don't enjoy, I want to change it. I just I just don't want to carry on with the uh, you know just continue doing what you're doing even if you're not enjoying. That's
Amazing.
not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
it's like that. Uh, Once I changed from a top business director in a multinational company to
Mm-hmm.
coming to working with Shri Shri Tattva, and everybody knew that once I came as from a big company to a service oriented trust.
Mm-hmm.
So they all understood. However, there was no facility for me to sit. I used to put my laptop uh, between two tables and just to wait for the chair to be back in. So that's how this journey started. But then the my goal was to serve the people. I mean, that was the goal. So when I knew that we are teaching 85,000 children, and education, giving education is my passion, because at my home also, I was the one, my mom will say that look after the studies of your fellow. In fact, to motivate my elder brother also for the for studies, So I was the one. So I liked teaching people, and I said that if I be the part of this big gamut of Gurudev, and it is such a platform which meets my goal and the passion in life. Because if we educate a child, and if the child be of its own, then the life is done. So not only we are looking after one person, but we are looking after the entire family, and the family becomes the society, and society becomes the country, and the country becomes the globe.
Great.
So
Thank you so much, Bhaiya. I think you touched upon so many points, right? The way you were a role model for your siblings, and like you said, you explored into different career path. Though you had a family business of jewelry, you could have been very comfortable, running the business, but you chose to pursue your passion, right? And then you chose a different career, so that is truly inspiring. So I would like to ask you, what has been your most challenging experience in terms of change management in your leadership roles, and how did you navigate it? Would you like to share any experience with us?
yeah, see, once I joined Nerolac, I I was because I'm a chemical engineer, a specialization in paints,
Haha.
So my expertise is more technical.
Mm-hmm.
However, I joined as technical sales officer. I mean, because here you sell a paint and also sell a service along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that what really I need to do, because nobody briefed me once I joined the office. And I was coming to the office, going back home. After a month, my uh, manager called me. His name was Neeraj Seth, and he
Mm-hmm.
fired left, right, center. And I was very surprised. And
Mm-hmm.
so I said, "Sir, I am new, and nobody told me what need to be done." He said, "Why you keep sitting in the office? Your job is sales. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you go and meet customers?" I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Sir, it is 1.5 months I'm sitting in front of you outside
Mm-hmm.
your cabin. You never came and told me." Because
Mm-hmm.
I give I'm I respond generally. I just don't hold on. So I responded him,
Mm-hmm.
and after a month, there was a change, and the new manager came in, and one of my general manager who was I was having two bosses. One boss is sitting in Delhi, and one boss is sitting in Chandigarh. So he came on and he told me that why don't you come and visit customer with me? And first
Mm-hmm.
time in my life, I learned how to deal with a customer, talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
and hence learn to present the company, to present the product, to understand the need. So in one visit itself, I mastered it. And later, after 2 months, my father was not well, and I told the new manager, his name was Ashok Sani. I said, "Sani
Mm-hmm.
sir, I have to go back home because my father is not keeping well, and I need to take care of him." And
Mm-hmm.
I was determined that I want to go back. So he was telling me on when he came on the board, because Neeraj Seth told that this boy doesn't know anything and he just keeps sitting in the office. But what
Mm-hmm.
he saw me, my work, it was such a smartly done. Then he said, "No, no, Vinay, you cannot leave Chandigarh now. you be
Mm-hmm.
here only.
Uh-huh.
You be here only because you are doing an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a within the 3 months of the time when I started as zero,
Mm-hmm.
and I became a top performer in just a span of 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first big change I saw, because I would say, as an individual, I would say
Mm-hmm.
I accepted that challenge from one manager saying that, because I know that I'm a good, so but you not trained me, so I can't know really what need to be done. So it's your fault. In fact, it's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I learned a trick, I turned it around. And
Mm-hmm.
after 3 months, I'm a top performer. so, so it was a big change. I mean, just because I was centered, I was determined, I was knowing myself that I know my job well. So
Mm-hmm.
anything I can learn very fast. So and then gradually I was a star in Nerolec. Every 2 year I got promotion. There used to be a term of 4 years when they used to promote in those early days,
Mm-hmm.
and it was amazing. And then when I joined AkzoNobel, which was earlier known as Cotalls,
Mm-hmm.
when they came to, it was a British company,
Mm-hmm.
and when we appeared for the interview, they said that we don't give any office. You
Mm-hmm.
need to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, all of you are understanding this. I mean, work from home culture. I
Mm-hmm.
did it in way back in 1995.
Uh-huh.
So it was a big change. I used to go to office in Nerolek, and suddenly I'm sitting at home. I
Mm-hmm.
have a fax machine. I have a room, and my son is, he was just born and 6 months old, and he was just sitting outside the room waiting for Papa to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the company's policy was no salespeople will get a office. All of you need to work from home. So I have to
Okay.
organize myself from a office person to a boy, a individual who need to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
And there is nobody. I mean, there is no office, no boss. Boss is
Mm-hmm.
sitting in Bangalore,
Yeah.
and you have a fax machine on the right side of yours, and you have a filing cabinet, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. I mean, that there's an open world. And I was selling mostly liquid paints, and this job was selling another kind of paint where I was very less experienced. And the company was, nobody knows. Who knows? Coatol coating was not, nobody knows who the Coatol coating is. But
Mm-hmm.
I took that challenge. I said, let's dive in.
Okay.
Because somewhere I could know that, once you work in a multinational company, it's like a open culture, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of parties, and you stay in a nice hotels. And so it was like my focus was to have all those enjoyments, and but then the change was from an office culture to the
Mm-hmm.
where we were having the team of 7 8 people, and suddenly I am a though I was promoted as a sales manager north, but I am the single one,
Mm-hmm.
nobody else. So
Yeah, this is, you know what, this is a classic challenge that, currently people are facing. I mean, there are two aspects to it. One is, like you said, because, I mean, nobody trains you to work from home, right? Like how to be accountable, how to stay motivated, and, how to keep your performance high. So nobody teaches us these skills when it comes to work from home culture. So we would love to know, how did you adapt to, working from home? Like, how did you keep yourself disciplined? And, like
yeah,
you said, even if there was nobody watching over your shoulders, till still, in spite of that, how did you achieve your targets?
yeah. See, first of all, I am a disciplined person, so it was very
Hmm.
easy for me to adapt the. So what I did, company said that we'll pay you for one more room. The
Mm-hmm.
room, one room, extra room rent they will pay.
Mhm.
So I shifted to a bigger, home, and where I kept one room as a office room, and it was also a puja room. So the puja will happen early, so I will use it as my office,
Mhm.
and it was having a washroom, and I will just enter right at 8:30, wearing my shoes in, having it's like walking properly dressed up, a nice, wearing a nice suit or pant, and
Mhm.
everything is so. Then I cut off from the family. Then I
Uh-huh.
will just say, don't bother me. I mean, I will not do anything until the lunchtime, or if I need to go to visit customers, then I will call a cab from inside, just pick up my bag and just go out and visit the customers. So
Mhm.
the and the and then come back in the evening, because it was a British company and we were very well paid.
Huh.
So we were being paid for the having nice lunch outside. So the the since I was meticulous in terms of my planning, so I will kept a tight schedule for the entire day. Saturday I will do work only half day.
Mhm.
Before my day closes, I will just send my report by the fax machine. The
Mhm.
report used to go to the CEO, who is a British, Mr. Bill Hadman, and
Mhm.
my boss, MV Ravi. So I was the one who will ensure that at one o'clock every Saturday the
Mhm.
report is gone. And
Mhm.
after that, I am out from the office, and I'll enjoy with my family. We'll go out. We'll go to see a movie and have a Saturday dinner out, and come back home. Sunday, I get up, slightly late, and then
Mhm.
just enjoy my day. So I mean, the what my take, what I want to give to say that it's like fun. I mean, the you can make everything as a fun, because must enjoy what you are doing. And why everything was falling in place, because I was enjoying. I know that I am a good professional, and I know what I need to do. I know to present to the customer, and company was supporting. My boss was very good, so I was having a brochures, and you know it was much easy for me. Wherever I go, I I got the business. So, and looking into my hard work and passion, customers, because it's a more service also, apart from sales. It's very important to impart service. So I used to plan in the first 1 hour, and then there is a cab waiting for me, and then just pick up the bag, go out and come back home, and enjoy with my family. So I mean, shifting from the office to work from home, I for me, I mean, I didn't see, because in office also I was the one who will leave office at 5:30 every day. I'll put up my report to my general manager in Delhi, and that's it. So people will sometimes say, Vinay, why you leave so early? I said, where early? I mean, your office time is 5:30, 9:30 to 5:30. I am here at 9:15 and I leave at 5:30. So that's after that is my life.
Right,
And
right.
in Court Halls, which was later on bought by AkzoNobel,
Mhm.
we are so aligned. I mean, just to give a small example, that
Mhm.
after a month's time, our global CEO, Mr. Gordon Campbell,
Mhm.
was coming to India, and I was in Delhi. So my CEO's secretary called me. Bill want you to receive him, offer
Mhm.
him a coffee. Offer him a lunch and a coffee,
Mhm.
and put him on the plane to Bangalore.
Mhm.
And I said, see, I'm a frontliner, and I'm receiving the worldwide CEO, and I was a bit under the stress. But then I said, it's fine. I mean, because Bill is very supportive. Bill
Mhm.
was 6 feet 2 inches tall and very strong.
Mhm.
He can, if he want, he will pull me up in a small one hand. But he was very good at heart, and he was loving. I mean, so he said, Vinay, you can take care. So I then shortlisted to to restaurants for offering a meal for my global CEO, and then we sat in the same car, and I just was hearing what he's telling. He said everything, he was also a Britisher, and Britisher knows they are very courteous to the society generally. So I enjoyed that entire day with Gordon, and evening my Bill himself called me. He said, Vinay, everything is fine. I said, yeah, everything went on well. And he said, have he asked the questions that how what kind of support you're getting from Bangalore, your head office? I said, no, no, no. He was very generous, and I was just asking smaller questions from him, and he was very, very loving guy. So you know, so it was a wonderful day for me as a fresher. I'm receiving my global CEO and spending a day with him and putting him in the car back to Bangalore, and he goes very happy, and he tells Bill that that person who came to receive me was very intelligent, and so many things I heard from Bill. Bill called me, so it was a wonderful culture when I joined Cotalls, which was later on bought over by ExxonMobil.
Nice. It's great. I think your experience that you shared, right, especially that of working from home, is such an eye opener. Though like it happened long back, but I think the best practices that you mentioned are still very much relevant. For example, right, setting your boundaries, like having a separate room to work, and setting your time, right, time to start working, and then also deciding time to log off, so that you can spend quality time with your family, dressing professionally, even though you are working from home. I think these are the best practices which are very much applicable to the modern leaders as well. So thanks so much, Vinayji, for sharing it. So I have, two. I would like to ask you two questions. So
Yeah, yeah,
first one
please.
is, many a times leaders tend to lose their mind. When the change strikes in, right? It really becomes difficult, even for their teams to adapt. So often change pushes people out of their comfort zone, and there's a resistance, right, which is very high. So, how can leaders effectively address this resistance, especially while dealing with their teams? What would you
Yeah,
advise them?
see, yeah, yeah. There are. I will answer your question in two parts.
Hmm.
One is the leader as an individual. Now, let's say I'll took an example of, let's say General Motor, for example.
Yeah.
Uh, as a leader, when General Motor was in huge losses,
Mm-hmm.
and if I be a leader there,
Yeah.
first of all, have I bought the idea to turn around? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have the intensity and passion to change the company to bring it to the profits?
Mm-hmm.
Three, uh, uh, do I well connected to my teams, because am I being liked, or I'm being appreciated, or I'm being uh, I have traveled across the world, so I know people by their names.
Mm-hmm.
So so as an individual,
Mm-hmm.
have you owned the change? The first thing is,
Mm-hmm.
as a leader, have you owned the change or not?
Mm-hmm.
If you will not, if you yourself has not owned the change,
Mm-hmm.
and you are not feeling responsible for company going into huge losses and making into debts,
Mm-hmm.
and then you cannot, your consciousness will not tell the people what really need to be done, because I am so casual actually, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just give you a small example. When General Motor was in huge losses,
Mm-hmm.
their boss was the Rick Wagner, and this guy flown in for a board meeting into the personal jet,
Mm-hmm.
on the company's cost. And
Mm-hmm.
then there was a big chaos by the shareholders, and then they said that how come a CEO comes when the company is in $20 billion loss?
Hmm.
How can this guy flown in by the jet? And then he said that
Right.
no, that's part of my contract. So
Mm-hmm.
the so he was you see the what why I'm giving this example, that
Hmm.
he was so casual.
Hmm.
Company going to the depths, employees are being hurt. They are 50, 10, 20, 10, 12,000 people are being asked to leave the job, and he
Yeah.
has no concern. So the
Hmm.
first point is, as a leader, have you owned the change yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So if you say that yes, I have owned the change, then what you will do, you will first of all you will connect to your smaller groups,
Mm-hmm.
very small group, where let's say you have got your Asia Pacific CEOs and your Europe CEO and Africa CEO. You call all of them and you say, yeah, this is what, as a leader, I would like to do this change because the company,
Hmm.
I want to turn around the company. And
Right.
you need to take these leaders who are below than you on the board,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can say that, okay, yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I'm thinking that we need to close few plants. We need to close plant in India. We need to close a plant in Europe because those plants are not profitable. They are
Mm-hmm.
sucking a lot of working capital,
Mm-hmm.
and those people will come on board because they also want company to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
They want company go back into the Fortune 500 top 10.
Right.
So the have you spelled your objectives very clearly to the lead, the fellow team, I mean the leaders who are leading the countries and continents. So now once you've told the message to these leaders of individual specific places, now
Mm-hmm.
what they will do, then you say that, okay, we will have a bigger, we will pass on this message to a bigger team now,
Mm-hmm.
which is the like CEOs of individual country, and you
Mm-hmm.
have a VC with all of them, and you say this is what is happening, this is what our objectives are.
Mm-hmm.
We targeted to make 10% ROS. However, we are in negative. We have got 20 billion losses, which is the company is bleeding very very badly, and if we don't change, then it will be closed. So
Mm-hmm.
the it is not, you are not in the fear of change because you have owned it.
Mm-hmm.
If I am in it now, I have to. It's like a jumping in the sea, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to swim. Otherwise, I will just sink. So once you owe it, then you can the you will start going step by step, because while you implementing the change, you should not be in a hurry. You should have a lot
Mm.
of patience within you, because
Right.
people may not buy the, because if you will connect with 10 top leaders of your company,
Mm-hmm.
out of that four may say, yeah, it's a good idea, but
Mm-hmm.
rest of the six who are quiet, they will pull these four yes people, and they will make them also to be a no. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to be very meticulous with your team which is below you, to say, to bring lot of yes on the board,
Mm-hmm.
and that yes comes when you are owning that yes. It's a big, you are a big yes, and once you are a big yes, then the team below you also started saying yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. So you have got lot of yes. Once you have got lot of yes with you, then the job is done, because as a leader you cannot implement the change, but you need to have a team in place to build up the change. And once
Mm.
you take these stakeholders uh, to your side,
Mm-hmm.
rather I would say it's an organizational goal. So if
Mm-hmm.
your organization wins, everybody wins.
Mm-hmm.
So if these people are on the board, then you say, okay, now we will have a town hall meeting.
Mm-hmm.
There are hundreds of employees of certain level, comes in, and then this message, you start telling them, this is what my results are, this is
Mm-hmm.
where we are, this is what my plans are, this is what we will do. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of transparency, after patience, a lot of transparency is required. If
Right.
you are not transparent with the people, then number one,
Mm-hmm.
nobody will be really yes. You want in this case real yes, not the artificial yes. It's like, you can understand artificial yes is I'm saying yes, but inside I'm no. You so many time you will see this people doing that. It's a artificial yes, but actually it's no. So then the a bigger team knows about it, and then CEO shoots a letter after that, which goes to every employee's desk, and he reads it. And since then they will go back to their manager. So what is happening? Why suddenly Indian plant is being closed? Then this person will say no. That's the only way out. However, company is giving you a big compensation for 3 months. They are giving you 3 months salary and some other extra money so that you can take care of this transition and you can go into the next job. Else, the chance is that they might sack you. The second choice is because this is not the company. Company is the set of people who brings revenue in the company, and they bring the profit. If the profit is zero, then we cannot hold it. It's goodbye. So the what is happening is I have owned the change. I have I have a patience. I am talking to the people. I am I am very clear on my process, what I am going to implement, what I need to do. So you all have the leader should have a very, very clear plan. If there is a ambiguity in your own plan, then you are confused. Then you will change. It's like changing the plan every now and then. And there are several companies, and you see this behavior. One person's the organization has a behavior. Each organization, if you see, literally have a behavior.
Right.
If you see Apple as a
Mm-hmm.
company, they have a behavior in place.
Yes.
Unilever as a company, they have a different behavior in place.
Right.
Wipro in India has a different behavior. Infosys has a different behavior. So what is this behavior? This behavior is led by the leaders.
Right.
How they act, how they act within their teams, how they act with their employees, how they
Mm-hmm.
act with their customers.
Mm-hmm.
So that becomes the organizational culture. And
Mm-hmm.
if the top leader is well synced with the organization down the line,
Mm-hmm.
then it's much easier to go for change because uh, everybody knows everybody. Like Narayan Murthy is being respected by the board members down the line to a single employee. They
Mm-hmm.
all love Narayan Murthy because Narayan Murthy, is the person like Ratan Tata, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Another good example I will share. The When Ratan Tata took over from Jamshedji Tata,
Uh-huh.
and there was a people like Rusi Modi who were like stalwarts,
Mm-hmm.
and they were having their own set way. They were having good equation with Jamshedji, and Jamshedji was just there. They all risen along with Jamshedji, and they
Mm-hmm.
were like right hand, left hands of Jamshedji because he was also of a particular style and of a particular time.
Mm-hmm.
So when Ratan Tata came on board, what Ratan Tata did, Ratan Tata started interacting with these right hands and left hand because Ratan
Mm-hmm.
Tata was very professional, very different than Jamshedji Tata. Though Jamshedji Tata was also a very admired leader,
Mm-hmm.
but Ratan Tata was a bit different than the Jamshedji Tata. He was
Mm-hmm.
more professional, more risk taker, and Ratan himself also said that though I learned from Jamshedji quite a bit, but I
Mm-hmm.
have my own ways to do the things. So what
Mm-hmm.
in when he came on board in the Tata Steel, he removed Rosi Modi with lot of struggle actually. He
Mm-hmm.
said that if I don't change this Rusi Modi, because he has got the whole company and he has his own way of running the company,
Yeah.
and it is not Tisco was not making the profits the way it should. So he
Mm-hmm.
removed Rosi Modi from there, and
Mm-hmm.
then he himself take over the charge of uh, the Tata Steel Tisco. So the point was Rosi Modi was not bad as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
But Rusi Modi, at that point of when the world is changing, when everything is changing, the leader has to change. You
Yes,
cannot stay the
absolutely.
same what in 80s the leaders were, and
Hmm.
now in 2020, the 2024, the leaders are. Everything is changed.
Yeah.
So, so the point is that if Ratan Tata hasn't owned the change, Ratan Tata has not an objective to make Kisco as a successful company
Mm-hmm.
from from A to B, then
Mm-hmm.
he cannot implement it. He also can. He also comes in and he enjoys the life. Tata has enough to do so, and he says, "I am doing good job," and that's it. I mean, however, he took that risk to change the company. He took the risk to buy so many companies, and now he's one of the most admired leaders in the terms of the taking the risk when he bought over this Jaguar. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, there was a lot of noise in the corporate world that okay, after Chorus, he acquired Chorus from the steel company.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that, he gone for this acquisition, and then there was a lot of hue and cry. And
Mm-hmm.
today, because of the Jaguar, I mean, and the they are making the huge good profits. Tata Motor is a now number two in India, so they got out of new technologies and stuff like that. So the point is that uh, as again summarize to your question, as a
Mm-hmm.
leader, have I owned the change?
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you own the change, then it's much easier to, if people see you in a fear,
Hmm.
because they are looking at you, and
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
see he is very fearful, very confused, and no, then they will see okay, their confidence also shakes up. So as a leader,
Hmm.
if I own the change, I will lead what come may, because change is not so easy to implement.
Right. Right. I think the examples which you quoted were very much relevant. Like the one with General Motors and even Tata, Ratan Tata ji. So, what I would like to ask you is, for example, right, you talked about the tough decision that Ratan Tata had to make. He had to remove Rusi Modi from his position. So, this kind of change can be very challenging, both for the both for the leader as well as for the recipient, like the one who's being, let's say, removed. Or like classic example is, let's say, as a leader, if you have to fire someone, right, that can be a very tough conversation, wherein even though the decision might be in favor of the company in terms of, let's say, saving the cost, but when it comes to the employee, right, it's like, we have to do it with a lot of empathy and understanding, right? So, like, I would like to understand from the leader's standpoint, when they are making such a change which impacts someone's career, someone's life deeply, what's the best way they can handle it? And the second is from the recipient perspective. Let's say, if some employee, if he's getting fired, that's a big change for him, right, to
Yeah,
accept. So yeah, what's the
yeah.
advice you would
See,
like to give to
yeah,
employee as well?
yeah. See, there are two ways of looking at it. One way is that uh, it's like communication.
Mm-hmm.
How well communicating its results
Mm-hmm.
to the entire team, because many time people are just not aware of that what is my company results are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason in one era there was only yearly result used to be published, but now you get quarterly results.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say company A, which is was a well performing company having a lot of money in and
Mm-hmm.
lot of profits coming in, and suddenly there's some newcomer comes and then they disrupts the market, and they gain the market share, and the company A has to reduce the price, and that's how your margin get very tight.
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't make enough money to run the show. Now
Right.
what's happening is, if I am co- working on my quarterly results,
Mm-hmm.
and as a leader, am 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 I proactive to turn to change the results? I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
not only the communicating, but
Mm-hmm.
it's also your action.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? What as a CEO your actions are? If
Mm-hmm.
your actions are proactively good, you want to change the results,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a, despite putting your 100%, it's not happening. You are getting held up. You are not be able to make the turn around the company
Mm-hmm.
because of the market competition, your inner strengths, and so on. So the
Mm-hmm.
at the end result is that you are not able to turn around, so you are losing money. Now the
Right.
point is,
Mm-hmm.
when you are losing money, then there could be two situations for company. One is either you sell the company.
Mm-hmm.
If I am at loss, I will look for a buyer, and then I will get a good money, and then I come out, and
Mm-hmm.
that the new person who buys a company, you leave it on them, whatever decision they will do with an employee A, B, C, D.
Mm-hmm.
Now employee has two choices.
Mm-hmm.
One, either once this leader communicated that, if we shell out 1,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
then our cost, though the employee cost is 6 to 8% or
Mm-hmm.
below, but still, I mean, that's a trend around the world, which I really, I will say that sacking an employee is not a solution, but then company does it. So either 1,000 people leave the job,
Mm-hmm.
or your question was with respect to the Rusi Modi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rusi Modi is the character. These people, now what is Ratan Tata? Ratan Tata made a rule.
Mm-hmm.
Ratan Tata just not like that removed him. Ratan Tata
Mm-hmm.
made a rule that people more than 75 years cannot be part of the board.
Mm-hmm.
So that made Rusi Modi to leave Rusi Modi and many more to leave the company.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like how intelligent you are. What exactly Rusi Modi as a person was very successful, but he was not innovative. He
Mm-hmm.
was not risk taking.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Ratan Tata felt that probably he's so much, aged now that he's not in, because once we all of us age, it is
Mm-hmm.
difficult for us to change. So
Right.
he noticed that, and he implemented that 75 years rule, which is now was applicable for Ratan Tata himself.
Mm-hmm.
When he became turned 75, then he was not in the part of the running the day-to-day activity of the company.
Right.
So the point is that as a leader,
Mm-hmm.
am I putting the communication correctly to the people,
Mm-hmm.
advising them periodically that one
Yeah.
quarter we are making losses,
Mm-hmm.
second quarter we have done this much of sales. Because what happens is, I'll tell you one very
Mm-hmm.
good example,
Yeah.
that, as I said, that company and employees have, because employee behavior become the company behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Yes.
the
Yes.
company is working, if the employees are relaxing and enjoying and have no focus, and just it's easy, everything is goody goody. I come, oh hello, how are you,
Yeah.
and just have a cup of tea. It's 11 o'clock. Then have a lunch time, and then 4:30 there is a another tea, and then goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And the bosses are also like that, and everything is, the bosses also comes in a nice driven car, and
Mm-hmm.
the focus is not there.
Right.
If the focus is there, you will know before the problem comes.
Correct. Correct.
You understand what I'm saying is,
Yes, yes.
as a
So
leader.
basically, the leader should role model everything, as in, like you rightly said, he has to own the change. He has to show that confidence that it is something that is manageable, and then it has to reflect through his actions as well, right?
Absolutely.
and then we also have to communicate it effectively, right? It depends a lot, depends on how the change is being communicated to the direct
Yeah,
reports and also at the ground level.
yeah, yeah. See, it's not the company is not run by one individual. It's company is being run by many, thousands of people.
Hmm.
Now the point is, uh, I have seen it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and that was my one reason to leave the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
That at the higher level, people are highly unsecured. They are so much insecure that their time is going only that how can I push this my subordinate push back so that
Mm-hmm.
he should not take my seat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's a very common, not only in India. I have worked with my bosses who are from Europe,
Hmm.
and the moment they see that, I just give you one example, that once I was being selected as marketing manager for EMEA region.
Uh-huh.
And once this announcement came, and then I called up my boss, who is French, Frank Duron,
Mm-hmm.
and he was very surprised to receive the call. He said, you need to come to Dubai, and then we will discuss.
Mm-hmm.
It's already, you are so much excited. I said, why not? I mean, you, I have from India manager, I have become an EMEA manager, so I will be
Hmm.
excited.
Yes.
And once I met him in Dubai, he was not excited, enthusiastic, and I said, I mean, what it's not a nice interaction. It was not
Hmm.
into the people. The leader has to be enthusiastic. Why they
Mm-hmm.
are not enthusiastic? Because they keep putting pressure on the down the line.
Mm-hmm.
The mind is not what I can do. Mind is that how can I stop people who are more competent than me to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so I'll give you example of the Apple.
Mm-hmm.
In Apple, Steve Jobs liked and hired more competent people than him,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a leadership actually.
Yes, absolutely.
Leadership is that you are there to bring the more intelligent people on board. If I
Yes.
know that Pradanya is very good in making presentations, and she is very good in talking to the customers, and still I say, no, I will only go for meeting the clients, then it's not the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
The leadership is that I'm sitting, I'm doing what I need to do as a leader. But
Correct.
Pradanya goes and make presentation, bring the customers in. But
Mm-hmm.
you will see the other way around. 90% of the cases, the top brasses are just playing with playing politics.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if anyone is at the, maybe, many joinees, I don't know. So your time is not into what you can do, what is your
Mm.
roles. Your time is going into how to handle
I
handle
agree.
Rahul, how I need to handle Hemang, how I need to handle Sukriti, how I need to handle Pradanya, how can I put them in such a way that my job is safe.
Yeah, it's a sad reality. I mean, what you said is, in fact, I mean, the most of the corporate professionals that I'm coaching, especially those who want to get who are already in top management, sometimes they really struggle with the politics, and because it affects them. Some of them emotionally, it affects their mental peace, personal life, right? As you have served in top management positions. What would you advise, to modern leaders, like how they can effectively deal with the politics that goes on at the, top
Yeah, yeah,
floor?
yeah. Yeah, see, first of all, I, you personally, I mean, as a leader, or you personally, what are you? Have you developed yourself? You
Mm-hmm.
have, you have something which can help the company instead of interfering in their affairs. For
Mm-hmm.
example, in my earlier assignment in AkzoNobel, I was having CEO. His name was Ishwar Subramaniam.
Mm-hmm.
He will go many times. I will come to Bangalore from Delhi, and he was not there. So and I was also very friendly with him, and he liked me like anything. And I asked Ishwar, I never see you in the office. He said, why should I come to office?
Mm-hmm.
It's not required. All of you come to office in my place, and I go and play golf with your customers. Now,
Mm.
underline is I play golf with your customers.
Oh,
So he is
okay.
doing his role.
Mm-hmm.
He is not doing my role. So
Right.
he is playing golf with the customer, because if the top is set, then
Mm-hmm.
networking is good. So MD to
Yes.
MD, chairman to chairman, and they are having nice friends to each other.
Yeah.
And wherever you stuck, that friend called to another friend, and the job is done.
Right.
And on contrary, in many I observed in my role in Sherwin Williams when I joined as business director.
Yeah.
I was having a guy I will not name. Maybe he's on the maybe he's here. I don't know. So he was junior to me, and he said once, you speak very well. I mean, I said
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is what my father taught me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because we were having an English tutor, and it was a good company going with father to various places, and it was nice. I said that is
Mm-hmm.
what we are. I mean, my father was like that, so I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
And once there was we were doing a program in Pune,
Mm-hmm.
where the global team comes, and we call all our esteemed customers. Like in Pune, we have got John Deere, we have got Hyundai, we have got you know uh, some more companies. They are making road construction equipments,
Mm-hmm.
and every time he will not allow me to present. He was
Mm-hmm.
holding the mic with him
Oh.
all the time. And
Uh-huh.
once my one of the overseas directors said, you let Vinay to speak."
Mm-hmm.
The moment I took the mic in my hand and I spoke one line,
Mm-hmm.
immediately he jumped and took mic from me.
Oh.
You see the insecurity
Mm-hmm.
at that level when you are managing director of the company. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it means that you have not developed you
Mm-hmm.
at all. You are
Right.
becoming managing director by doing polishing and doing so many things which is hidden actually.
Right. Right.
So the as a leader, you need to develop yourself, and other than sitting in the company, you should have so many things to do.
Yeah.
Building up relationship with the your business partners, including your suppliers, your customers, your team. I mean, when my boss, by this name, I Ishwar, he used to come to Delhi. He will
Mm-hmm.
just say, Vinay, come, let's have a drink,
Mm-hmm.
and we will sit in Oberoi, and we will talk, and we will joke around, and we will talk about various stuff which is beyond the work.
Yeah.
And the work was like flowing. I mean, it was no question. Nobody will ask what you are doing, Vinay, because they know Vinay is the master. He does it, or his results are speaking by
Mm-hmm.
itself, in fact.
Right.
So basically, our as a individual, what I am doing, am I giving enough chance? For example, if I go, if at my home everything I do, how will my son or my daughter will learn?
Mm-hmm.
Until I leave them independent, they will not learn.
Right.
Similarly, in the organization, I have to take the risk sending, like as I said, Bill Hedman sent me to receive a worldwide CEO.
Yeah.
It could have been gone wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but he took the risk, and that risk trained me so much.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the difference in the leadership.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
leader is taking the risk, sending a frontliner to receive a global CEO,
Uh-huh.
going with him for a lunch, with him for a coffee,
Yeah.
and putting back in a plane to Bangalore. And
Right.
second case is the leader is coming and snatching a mic from your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you see the examples.
Yes.
So the in our life is same. I mean, because you are not giving chance Yeah, that can be one case, that even if you're given a chance, you don't develop yourself. That is your problem. So,
Yeah.
as a leader, I mean, the 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 important points are: you are individual.
Mm-hmm.
Are you developing yourself?
Right.
Are you changing? Are you, like we were very well? Every second year, we will be sent for some training programs
Mm-hmm.
within India, abroad, to learn various things.
Yeah.
So the top team used to spend time how to develop my employee. If I spend time to develop you,
Mm-hmm.
and you, for example, for a second, let's say you are my reportee,
Yeah.
and you will say, "Oh, my boss was, he trained me like anything." And
Mm.
today I can tell you, I
Yeah.
have my team, members
Mm-hmm.
calling me saying that whatever you trained me today, I am because of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same is true for me. I also tell for my mentors and my bosses, my parents,
Mm-hmm.
my brother, that yeah, I mean, whatever I am today, that is because of you, because you given me a chance to be what I am today.
Right.
So it's like that. So it's both ways, in fact, how you give and how you take. Sometimes if I am only in taking spree, then nothing happens. But sometimes you are
Right.
in the giving spree. I
Yeah.
am a
Yeah.
chairman of a company. I have all the facilities. Let me give back to the fellow employees. Bring some schemes like in AkzoNobel, they brought pension scheme. They fought from Netherlands and they implemented it in India. So many things was implemented and employee liked it. So they worked for the company.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vinayji. I think what you highlighted a very important point, that are you confident in yourself first, right, as a leader, and then like you said, I mean, we all understand that this is a ground reality, right? Politics is part of life, part of your career, but
Yeah.
then you quoted an example where, okay, somebody, took out the mic from your hand. So I think it also takes a lot of emotional intelligence and a
Yeah.
calm mind to handle such situations diplomatically, I would say. So like, it's very common, for men to have that rapport with the boss, like by going for drinks or playing golf together. But then when it comes to women in the corporate world, right? So we have a lot of high potential women, who have all the ability, credentials to get to the top management. But sometimes, they'll not be, comfortable, let's say, obviously going out for drinks or, playing golf. So what would you advise to those women, who want to go to the
Y-
top management level? How can they be develop
Yeah.
strategic
Mhm.
relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the one is just slightly correct you that I said that Ishwar used to play golf with the customers' bosses. I mean, that's one correction. And second is uh, in my view, that in my mind, that man woman is now finished. There is no man, there is no woman. It's only one.
Okay.
Because those areas, I mean, let me be very frank with you. It's finished actually. So and uh, I don't want to offend you saying that NF. It's like everybody is doing everything. I will not say those things on this platform, but everybody is doing everything. I mean, I have seen everybody going for a drinks, and they are absolutely similar, and I don't see anything wrong in it. So the if you as a individual, you are sure that I have this boundary, and unless I give a chance to someone to cross that boundary, nobody can dare to do so. I can assure you, unless you give a chance people to cross a boundary, they won't. It is not possible. It is just not possible unless somebody pragmatically plan to damage somebody. that's altogether different. But in today's scenario, you can achieve. There is no men, woman. I, I, in my view, it's already gone. Now, the point is, as I said, that how prepared you are,
Hmm.
how prepared you are, how can you note the notions? How can
Hmm.
you figure out what is the plan other person has, behind? So you
Hmm.
will you will get the notions very clearly that, yeah, I mean, there is something happening which is, and you be in today's, you just go and say that, yeah, what is this? I mean, and you should not, there should not be any fear in coming up and saying that, no, it is not, this is not done. You cannot do this.
Yeah,
So
actually,
we need
okay,
to
let me,
prepare.
yeah,
We need to prepare ourselves to, yeah, yeah. You can phrase the question again if you want.
yes. Yeah, let me rephrase, my question. Let me put it other way around. Okay. So let's say, there are two candidates. Okay. They are
Yeah,
at a senior management level. Okay. One is a man,
correct.
other is a woman. Okay.
Mm,
Now, like, in corporate world, we have to develop strategic relationships, right, with
correct.
our clients, as well as with our bosses, super bosses,
Yeah.
and other stakeholders. We have to be strategic. But when it comes to Indian women, right, Indian cultural context, women naturally have some limitations, right, as compared to men. For example, it's like, there's a late night party, they may or may not, prefer to go out. Or let's say, when it comes to, let's say, meeting somebody, uh, some of them, might have some constraints. Now, like, I'm talking from real life experience of my mentees, because yeah, some women, they express this concern with me that, hey, you know what, like, I have a peer, who is like, okay, going out, spending time with their, boss, super boss, like, going out for sports or whatever. But then maybe she has family responsibilities, or let's say, Indian mindset, because of which she is not, doing all these things, or
Mm.
let's say she is not comfortable. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But then she, let's say, she is very dedicated, sincere, great at her job. So
Mm.
what would you advise an Indian woman, okay, if
Yeah.
she still she is very open to building the strategic professional
Yeah,
relationships,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
right, which
No,
is
I
very
got
much
your point.
yeah, that's my
Mm.
question.
I understood your point. See, I see the point is that one is the doing a smart work, and second is projecting your work.
Hmm.
Many times you are very smart in your work, but you are not able. You don't know how to project your work to the people.
Hmm.
So a smart individual
Hmm.
uh, knows how to project his or her work.
Hmm.
If I'm good at work, it is not necessary at all
Hmm.
to attend the a drink party.
Hmm.
Number one, it is not necessary at all. So as per me, it is not possible that if a female employee don't go for drink, so she cannot be promoted.
Hmm.
Number one. Number two, now you see that once I'm growing in an organization, I know the organization culture. I
Hmm.
also need to prepare my family back home.
Hmm.
Many times, what is happening is you are not preparing family back home.
Hmm.
Let's say somebody becomes a business manager, so she has to travel. There is no choice.
Hmm.
So once you are becoming a business manager, you should tell your spouse and your children, your in-laws that, see, I have to travel,
Hmm.
and this is my passion. I cannot leave my job.
Hmm.
So you need to program the back home.
Hmm.
What all actions are required at home to make you to do what you like to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So the smart individual is, and that is true for both in my view
Hmm.
now.
Right.
It is both case actually,
Yeah.
because the many times if you are not preparing your family, you are not telling your spouse that you will be you need to have these parties because the clients are coming, and it is important to make the relationships. So as long as you are true to your home and true to your office, that
Uh-huh.
gap can be very easily covered. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, Number two is that you need to project your work. So once you project your work,
Mm-hmm.
this fad of that, I mean, I don't buy those ideas, to be honest, because a competent chairman don't see a lady or a man. Only thing is, it depends upon that individual because they show inability many times. I have this because many times people come with excuse. I have this, I have
Mm-hmm.
that, and they don't want to. I'm not saying that many times unforeseen circumstances comes to all of us, even
Mm-hmm.
for men or for the woman.
Yeah.
So the point is that how I am preparing my home when I have a challenging job.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are not preparing home well,
Mm-hmm.
and in that case, you are not free when you go to work. So every time you are in that dilemma
Yeah.
that I have a family, I have two children, what will happen? These all are, they are not the winner's instinct actually. They're the loser's
Mm-hmm.
instinct.
Mm-hmm.
They're the loser instinct.
Uh-huh.
In my view, the losers say that, oh, I have got a child at home. What will I do? Child is weeping. These all, you can take care of everything if you're smart enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the child is, there are places, there's some sacrifices all of us has to make. You cannot have
Right.
both. You cannot
True.
have both going. I want to become a MD of a company and I don't want to travel also. That is not
Mm-hmm.
possible. So you need
Right.
to limit. You need to limit as per, okay, my family is very conservative and it's like that. So you need to forego. Then don't go to sales, go to operations or go to
Mm-hmm.
HR.
Mm-hmm.
You see that you cannot have both. You cannot have cake in both the hands. So
I
it is
agree.
all. I mean, in my view, those borderlines don't exist in
Mm-hmm.
today's corporate scenario. Even the scenario, I mean, people are doing very good job and they are very being well appreciated. That 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 thing don't exist. I mean, in my view, it's all. If I want to take some time, I mean, don't take it otherwise, but there are places where they want to take an advantage. So once you pose it, then definitely you will be landing into a problem. But as long as I'm fair, I feel that yeah, I did my job very well, and this is what my borderline is. This is what my line is in terms of the people coming and talking to me. And if that borderline is set, everybody knows that. Okay, I go and talk to my manager who is a female, and then this is how I need to talk because everybody knows it. Unless then you cannot play around. Sometimes you cannot play around because I am this, but I'm not. I am this, but I'm not this. So
Yeah.
you
This-
if you if you play tricks, then you're going to get caught.
yeah,
That is what.
actually, this is a very contentious point, which we are discussing, by the way.
No. It's
But
fine. I mean,
yeah, but
because
I
I
think
see
you,
the.
like you said, Mhm.
Yeah, what I'm telling is that I have seen where you are in Pune, you live in Pune. I mean, I don't need to tell you that how many ladies are drinking and smoking in the pubs and the parties. So, which is not wrong in my view. That is their lifestyle.
their
I
life,
don't
yes,
say that.
their
I don't
choice.
say it is wrong. I mean, that is what their lifestyle is. Who am I to say that this is good and bad? Society says anything, so they will keep saying. Let them say. But at the same time, then you should not say that when you need to have that borderline within you. I mean, it is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that the
Yes,
people
I get that.
it is not that female who was going and drinking they are bad. No, it is not true. It is not true at all. Or who is sitting at home, they are very fair. No, it is not. It is an individual, man or woman or whatever, in the workplace. I should know that what I need to do. And if you apply the shortcuts, I will give the word shortcuts. Shortcuts for anything you're going to get. You are going to. You're not going to be comfortable in your mind actually.
Yes, absolutely. I think we got little diverted, but this is a complex topic, which has cultural aspect, social aspect to it. But like you rightly said, as long as a person sticks to their values, their boundaries, right, and then within their value system, what is possible. In addition to that, they also have to take responsibility for their success. So in terms
Correct,
of like you said, preparing their family, making necessary adjustments in their personal
correct,
life, they can't, like
correct.
you said. Absolutely, I totally agree. If it's this is a loser stock giving excuses, of XYZ personal reasons. Like if you want something, you should be smart enough, to, let's say,
Yeah,
convince people, to get people, your family members on your side and make it happen.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you say, sir, I'm sitting at home. That's it.
Yes.
I will not go for work. That either see you decide. Decision is with any individual. If a person travels on his job and his wife says that no, 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 this is like that. This is oh okay. I'm sitting at home. Let us do this way.
Yeah. So I think on LinkedIn, Anup Srivastava is saying excellent session. It was very impressive and informative. Thank you so much, Anup. Let me go back to our participants. So Rahul, Hemang, Sukriti, would you like to ask any questions to Vinay ji today? Please raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Or you may speak up your question.
Yeah, Hemang this side. Thanks,
Sure. Yes.
thanks
Hi,
for,
Hemang.
and it was wonderful hearing you for this long period, and it was really informative, and you covered the topic pretty well. My only question was when you throw light of, say, women and party and all. So, why this corporate world is linked to say party? If one does a party, then only is called as like a super management, and he goes to customer. Modi ji, when he went to US, he was fasting and he didn't took
Yeah,
dana,
yeah, yeah.
and he
Correct.
convinced the world, and he said that I'll take my
Yeah,
food, whatever you want to do it, that is.
yeah.
So you should
Uh,
have guts in you, and you should saying you should not attend the party. You should attend the party, but at the same time, if your say beliefs or if your culture does not
correct.
support the drinking, then you should be able to convince the other party that
Absolutely. Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I'll be with you. I'll be with
yeah,
you in
yeah,
all the thoughts and all the what do you say celebration or whatever that may be.
yeah,
But I'll
yeah.
not be forced to. You should not force me to follow you on your beliefs.
Absolutely. I fully agree with you, Hemangji. Yes, definitely, it's a true. And I myself have been an example while working in AkzoNobel in 2008. I quit drinking, and 2003 I quit smoking. And I was attending every sessions, meetings, etc. in India and abroad. And people ask, I will say that no, I'll drink juice only. I don't want wine because I have divine with me. So
Right, absolutely.
so it's not necessary at all. It's only you should be smart enough to position yourself, and if you are very clear within yourself, then I don't think these things are because I'll tell you, Hemangi, just to add what you said, the parties are being thrown because bosses want to enjoy on companies' money.
Right, absolutely. And there's a belief it has started that you can influence people by virtue of party. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
so. And if you convey your message or your belief gracefully, then nobody
Yeah.
is gonna be objecting you a lot. I mean, they don't.
No, no, not at all. Yeah, I agree with you, sir.
Yeah.
One more point I want to add with my experience is that
Mhm.
many time the people are very good, and like when I was in Cotal's, we used to get our market managers coming from UK, and not only we were drinking, but we were also getting training from them. So there is a culture in West which was prevailing, not in India. I mean, this culture is actually from the West. That if you are drinking, so there the people are not drinking. They are. It's like a get together, and it's a routine there. I'm in Canada now, so here people go in the bar. They're just talking and then having a beer and stuff like that. So my point is that uh, you know many times I will not say it is good or bad, but in many Indian contests, boss want to drink, so he says, let's have a drink party because it's all free.
Yeah, yeah,
So, so it's like
absolutely.
that. So, but at the same time, any individual who don't want to drink cannot be at the loggerheads, and they can get equal success depending upon their own capabilities and strengths.
Yeah, over here, but there's a common belief, and people treat like since you are not enjoying and participating, so you are an introvert, or you'll not
No,
get
no, no.
attention, and it's a very, I mean, rude thing, I would say.
I
Un-
agree with you.
Unweighedly.
Yeah, yeah. No, it is like that, sir. I mean, people will tell me, I mean, many times that this guy has become a, like a spiritual guru, and but then the point is that because they themselves doesn't know
Mm,
what really it is like. The drink doesn't give you enjoyment. Ultimately, your mind gives an enjoyment.
absolutely. And I
And
have no problem why you are drinking. As you said, it is one's individual's decision.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's nothing bad, good or bad, but that should not be enforced to the other fellow.
Not at all, sir. Not at all. It is. We should strictly say no for
Yeah,
anything. I mean, we are right. We have a right to say no to anything which is inappropriate, and we should be bold enough.
right.
So
Yeah,
once we say people come and do something and they start touching, many times inappropriately, and that you say abrupt, no, no, it's not allowed. I mean, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
have done once, but then you cannot do it second time. I mean, so let's have a sense of understanding. So it's like very cleverly we can do our bit, because I have a passion to be successful. If I am here as a woman, I mean, this is nothing, why why it is so, because it's like in my view that bar is already over now, and gradually it will completely diminish. I mean, the poor organizations are those who say that no, I will not promote this lady as a chairman because she is a lady. But that bar is already over within India and everywhere. So I see that it's our own. We need to give up that identity that I'm a male or I'm a female. I would say that way.
Yeah.
It is not there now.
Yeah, it's a self-belief and self-confidence, and then you
Yeah, yeah,
have to convince.
correct. You
True.
are right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hemangji, for your question. Sukriti, Rahul, would you have any questions for Vinayji?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It was very nice conversation to hear on this change management topic.
Uh-huh.
I would like to know any key skill with respect to time management, personal and team's time management. How do we
Yeah,
encourage team to complete something within time? That I would like to know from you.
yeah, yeah. See, with respect to time management, is that for a particular task, have I laid down the steps, and have I bifurcated the time schedule for each step, and have I communicated to my team? Have I sat with them and talk to them openly that this is what a project we have to complete within a span of 2 months, and this is what the steps are, and they should come on board. Now, first of all, as I said in the beginning, that you need to have that discipline within yourself. Like, if I go and talk to my team, I should be ready with all these points. Though I don't show it to them, but then I should be ready that, okay, and, whatever project it is, then you should be ready with the steps very clearly. Step one is, let's say, 2 weeks, then 2 weeks, and this, and similarly, and that should be, see, the anytime you cannot dictate your terms to the employee. Let them be on the board. You should ask. I mean, okay, what is your idea? So some people will come up with their opinions, and then you can frame it. Though before than that, you should be ready. What exactly need to be done? Only thing is you're bringing them on the board.
Okay.
That's for the team. Now, second point is that while you started, that timetable is fixed now for that project to be completed. Now, monitoring actually, you need to monitor gradually that, okay, person, you have allotted the task to individuals, are they doing it? And you should do it very, very, in a way that, in a humorous way, that not like pushing them. At the same time, when somebody is not doing the bit, sit sit call that person and sit separately and talk to them. These things should not be done in the team. When I need to uh, make somebody as a good performer, sit along, and then you guide him or her, that this is how you can improve your work. You should see, tell once or second time, and put it on writing actually. Whatever you say, put it in writing, black and white. It's just not a verbal talk. Many times we talk verbally and then everybody forgets. So put it on a piece of paper. Whatever you're doing it for team, everything has to be documented in the discussions, and you circulate the minutes immediately post your meeting. Now, if you see that somebody is not performing, then you can say that, tell your boss also. That you consult your boss that person A is not cooperating. What should I do? Shall I? Because otherwise your project will suffer. So you can request for a change in the person. So it's a very positive way of be completing your project on time, rather than being like unfriendly and not talking to them. And this is not the way. The way is to you be inside the game. And similarly, at your personal your personal thing, you should have your own timetable to do the thing, so everybody knows that he gets up at this time and he does it, so they also start framing themselves accordingly. It's like,
Okay.
it's possible. I mean, it's not, it's easy. I mean, and also we should be open to the ideas. If somebody says don't open the light at 5 o'clock in the morning, then see that you don't open the light, but it still gets up, buy a small table lamp, and or attach something to your laptop, and so you can manage. I cannot say that it's necessary for me to wake up everybody for my work. I cannot say, no, I go to office, everybody gets up. You can.
Yeah, I got the clarity. Means breaking down the project into my individual steps and again
Yeah,
monitoring the each step. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, Rahul, for your question, and thanks, Vinay Bhaiya, for giving him so many tips. Sukriti, do you have any question for Vinay ji?
No, ma'am. It was an inspiring session, but no, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
She is my niece, actually.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So on that note, we are coming towards the end of our session. So, Vinay ji, thank you so much for spending your valuable time and insights with us, sharing your wisdom, uh, with us today. Really appreciate your time. So I would like to like my last question to you is I really love the way you are giving back to society. I mean, you have had so much of a successful career, right? You have served in top management positions, and I mean, I think you had it all, right? The power, position, status, money, everything. But then at one point, you chose to give back to the society. Which your act of service.
Yeah.
which I
Hmm.
really admire. So could you please share about your initiatives?
Yeah, see, actually, to be honest, when I was, you know, as a director in the Sherwin and everything was available, so I started. I was staying in the five-star hotels, and then I was not enjoying actually. So I I started living in three-star hotels, and then my boss asked me, why you are changing the tag, because you are director, so we want to see you in five-star hotel only. I
Mm-hmm.
said, no, it's not necessary. I mean, I somehow don't enjoy it wasting so much of money.
Yeah.
And I'm good. Even if I'm staying in three-star hotel in Hadapsar, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. I'm happy. So I was not enjoying, I was feeling little empty inside
Mm-hmm.
gradually.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling that something is not, I am not getting that fulfillment
Uh-huh.
from doing all this and but then when I used to go for seva, I mean that was wonderful for me, and that was good for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once I went to the ashram, I was staying in Bangalore and in a Banarghatta road, and from Banarghatta to ashram is about 12 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
So once in one fine afternoon, I told my wife that I want to go to ashram to do some seva. I'm not feeling good, and
Mm-hmm.
she said, okay, you as it is, you keep going, so go.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the ashram and just walked in into Sri Sri Publications office, which is on the left side of Guru Paduka Vanam. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, just straight from Guru Paduka Vanam, Gurudev sees the office when he sits on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I just walked in the office, and I there was some gentleman sitting. Now he's Swami. He's one Swami somewhere. So he met me and he said, I said, this is what I am. I want to do something. I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of money. I said, I said, I have a lot of money, so I want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So he then called another person. He said that, you can become our distributor. I said, no, that
Mm-hmm.
already I'm tired,
Mm-hmm.
being the head of the sales team and then becoming a business director. That's not the cup. I don't want to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So he was seeing my face, and I was wearing a nice, fancy T-shirt and nice jeans and nice attire.
Mm-hmm.
So then he saw me. Then he gone inside.
Yeah.
Then there was a gentleman called Arun Rangra. He was a consultant to publication. Then he
Mm-hmm.
called me. He said, "What are you looking for?" I said, Bhaiya, I have a lot of money, so I want to do something with Art of Living jointly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll put my money, and then we'll see something should come for running the family.
Uh-huh.
So he was very impressed. Then he met me. He let me meet Prasanna Prabhu, who is the chairman of VVKI now.
Uh-huh.
You know Prasanna Prabhu?
Uh, no, I've heard of him, never met him in
Yeah,
person.
yeah, he is VVKI chairman. So he uh, saw me, and then he said, he was very deeply impressed with the ideas what I have, and then he said, "You can join whenever you feel like." So,
Mm-hmm.
so one fine day, it so happened that I quit from there and started here. And then objective was, then they said, "Okay, you run our organic business," and
Mm-hmm.
I started doing that. And then I opened 13 divine shops in Bangalore every month. 13 months, 13 divine shops.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very good work. Everybody liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then publication became Tattva, and then in Tattva also I was head of business development, and
Mm-hmm.
we created 2400 retailers to keep our products.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was made the in charge of teachers model. That also I implemented the sales team, the our support solution team calls the teachers and take the orders, and I implemented the model for YLTP people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I was being made in charge of all the existing ashram shops, and also open the new shops in the ashrams and
Mm-hmm.
temple of knowledge, and the in the SSRVMs and so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing that, and suddenly this COVID came, and that's how the job ended there. And
Mm.
so then I started. Uh, I did a small stint with another local company. Uh,
Uh-huh.
then my father was not well, and he
Mm.
was not well taken care of, and I was all the time concerned. So I just gone to meet my father,
Uh-huh.
and that's how this journey started. I mean, so the uh, the in short, I would say that the purpose of the life has been done. I mean, I would say that the place what actually I'm lucky enough that Gurudev accepted it as a on as a temple of knowledge or Shri Shri Gyan Kshetra, and uh, it is now being refurbished by the local committee and the VVKI,
Mm.
and it is very nice location, and more so it is my ancestral land. uh,
Mm-hmm.
on memory of my mother, I have created the Gaushala,
Mm-hmm.
and my father, for my father and ancestors, this temple of knowledge came up. And I'm sure not only in this 20s, but many years to come, people will be doing the Sudarshan Kriya, they will be attending satsang, they will be attending the homas and stuff like that. So that was my personal desire, which I completed it with lot of challenges and stuff on my head. However, it given me an immense pleasure to be part of the big stuff of Gurudev, because I don't see a better platform than this to give back to the society. As I say that today's session, what we had is the giving back to the corporate world, and now that whatever act happened through the Guru's grace and ancestral blessings, that is like giving back to the society. So I mean, it's like as I would say that it's a part of you. It doesn't happen just like that. It is, I would say that it is the blessings of ancestors, your grace of the masters, and I don't know how many births karmas are together uh, has made me to do whatever I could do. That may or may not be liked by everybody, my act, but then it is a noble act.
Absolutely, Vinayji. I mean, no doubt. I mean, you have such a big heart, you have heart of a gold, wherein you thought of utilizing your money and your not only money, your skills, your leadership skills, your influence, to serve, for the NGO like Art of Living. So, on that note, we would
I just
be
want to
close.
add one point.
Sure, sure.
Before than that, when we got together in '99, I did my first course, and then
Hmm.
onward journey started, and lot of seva projects we did, and we had. I would say that I was instrumental to have satsang teams in Ghaziabad and in Indrapuram and in various places. In fact, so it was like it was doing work for Gurudev is absolutely right from the day I did my first Kriya. And it happened so easily that it's just like wonders. I would say Gurudev says that it's all the time wow. So here he's all the time wow in art of living. So I don't know what outer word says, but then I'm very contented. and in terms of the overall as a, and definitely so many things is still waiting for me to complete before merging with Gurudev. I would say. I would say that a lot of acts are still pending where so I think I need to get my son and my daughter married. So that I should complete it by my target is by next 2027. When I turn 60, I should complete all my these responsibilities and then go in full throttle. That's what
Absolutely.
yeah.
Definitely, Vinayji. We wish you all the best in your life and career, and for all
Thank you.
your service projects as well. So may you remain healthy, happy, and again, once again, really appreciate the wisdom that you shared with our audience today. Thank you so much, Rahul ji, Sukriti, and Hemang ji, for making today's session so interactive. Thanks to those who joined us from LinkedIn as well. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mitch. I really enjoyed. I think while telling, I mean, I was passing through the various actions of mine, and it was reminding me what I did. I mean, every event is live, as I said that while I received my global CEO from the airport, and
Mm-hmm.
every is the event is so live.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that thankful to all of you being present and listening me and coping up with my talk.
Yeah, you must be getting a lot of flashbacks. So it's
Yeah,
great.
sure. And I'm more happier, in fact, to because as I said that whatever you give, it grows.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever knowledge of corporate world I shared with each of you,
Mm-hmm.
so I have grown. I step more in those aspects.
Definitely.
And I look forward to more and more sessions. As I said, I mean, my expertise is for this word, so I am available all the time.
Thank you so much, Vinayji. Once again,
Jai.
yeah, grateful to you, for sharing your valuable time and wisdom with us today.
Not
Thank you.
at all. It's just it's minus 25-degree outside, and it is no better activity is possible than doing this.
Oh yeah, in the Canada right now is pretty cold.
Yeah, it will be heavily snowfall today
Hmm.
because the snow started already.
Mhm.
So I would say that could have been one more training session.
Sure, sure. We'll schedule one more. We'll pick up maybe some one more topic
Yeah,
from
sure.
leadership for sure.
Same.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for all of you.
Thanks everyone. Have a nice evening. Have a great day, Vinayji. Thank you.
All the best.